Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. The campaign was just released a week early, and it has been received very positively. So positively, in fact, that Rockstar Games is now embarrassed, and they have canceled their plans to make a Red Dead Redemption 3 and a GTA 6. Nintendo has released a statement saying that all Legend of Zelda and Mario games are now on hold until they can figure out a better formula. League of Legends, Dota, Baldur's Gate 3, all of those developers, they have all actually just recently released statements saying that they admit defeat. They recognize formally that Modern Warfare 3 2023 has the best campaign on Earth and nothing will ever beat it. Yeah, that is what I would say in absolutely no alternate reality. Okay, this game has been completely just annihilated, just roasted. So the Modern Warfare 3 campaign came out about a week ahead of the rest of the game, and already people have beaten it, and I'll kind of get more into that in a little bit as far as the length of the game itself. And I am seeing monumental across the board agreement that this game is absolutely horrible. Even Call of Duty fanboys are saying, yeah, this game sucks. I was watching one of my favorite YouTubers play it last night, and he even said that it is actually even worse than the Vanguard campaign. Which, yeah, that's saying something. I remember the Vanguard campaign was regarded as a very awful campaign. So critics are citing the campaign's length as one main thing that is really awful about this game. It clocks in at around 4 hours just to beat this game. Yeah, just 4 hours. Compare that to the usual 6 or 8 hours for another Call of Duty game, which is already pretty short as it is. And people are also criticizing the fact that there is an over-reliance on small open combat missions, and basically that these open combat missions are basically scrapped maps or old maps, like notably Verdansk from 2020, that you basically do missions in and they just kind of call it a campaign mission. I've seen a lot of people just compare it to DMZ. It's basically like half the campaign is DMZ. Like, go here, loot this, go there, turn that button on. Go here, wipe out this squad, go drive up that cliff now, secure the ammo box. I am not saying that every Call of Duty ever is, like a Half-Life 2, really cool depth type of game, right? I'm not saying that, but this entire game is apparently just DMZ, just totally stale, totally boring. So with a lot of these open combat missions, a lot of people are actually blaming Warzone for this, or maybe like an over-reliance on Warzone. And I wouldn't really blame Warzone for this. I think it's just, an over-reliance on the fact that you already have this big map, and the people that are making the campaign missions were probably just extremely rushed. So rather than make campaign maps from scratch, you just kind of take these big maps that are already made and just kind of make campaign missions out of that. So yeah, I'm seeing that these levels, these open combat missions, they make up roughly half of the campaign. And that definitely breaks away from the Call of Duty series' usual linear type missions. And it's just awful how much the campaign relies on these open combat missions. A big issue is how this all began. So back a year ago, it was first revealed that Call of Duty would be skipping a release in 2023. So they usually have a release once a year. And they were saying, hey, we're going to take 2 years to make the next game. So the next release won't be till 2024. And then I think they very quickly later on said, well, yeah, we're going to have this Modern Warfare 3 DLC. And it didn't take much longer for them to say, well, it's going to be its own game, or it's going to cost $70. People were very on board with Call of Duty skipping a year. Take your time, polish things out, make it so that it's actually a good game for once. But nope, they saw money to be made, which in my opinion is kind of dumb, because in the long run, this is really going to hurt them. In the short run, sure, you got your bag of money, but people will remember this. Now, while campaigns are not the primary focus for most COD players, they do set the tone for what is to come, especially as Activision has started to release them a week before the multiplayer. So the rest of Modern Warfare 3 is set to release on November 10th, so in just 5 days from now. The Modern Warfare 3 campaign was made available 3 days ago on November 2nd for people who pre-ordered the game, and a lot of people, I've been seeing a lot of tweets, a lot of posts saying that they wish they could take their pre-order back now. They're saying it was not worth it at all. They don't want the game. And hey, in my opinion, I say that is why you don't pre-order games anymore. I stopped doing that a long time ago, and I fully stand by that. Never, ever, ever pre-order a video game. Just my opinion. This is what happens when you put short-term gains ahead of long-term gains, long-term reputation, long-term rapport with fans and gamers. Maybe it sounds like I'm taking that a little too serious, but I'm really not. Like I said, people will remember this. People will remember this huge fumble, especially people who spent $70 just to pre-order this game, only to then regret it. I know the multiplayer is usually the main focus of Call of Duty, don't get me wrong, but so far this is really not setting a good good tone. Call of Duty for a lot of people is the biggest game ever. And I'm sorry to say, but their biggest game ever just had the biggest flop of a campaign ever. Don't be sorry for Activision. They should have expected this. They should have seen this coming. You need to do better at planning. People keep buying these games though, so, who knows? Who knows what the future will hold for Call of Duty, but one thing is for certain. The reviews and results are in, and this campaign is certified garbage.